At the very end of the episodes, it seems like the last 3 episodes, the only thing that matters is the last 10 minutes, and I'm annoyed with that. But we're going to talk about it. I'm going to give everybody a little time to come in because I didn't schedule this in advance for y'all to know that I was going to do this, and I'm sorry. I am sorry. At least I did something and got myself together, because yesterday I was on the internet completely unhinged, no damn decorum, cussing everybody and anything out, and barely brushed my hair. So I'm doing better. I'm doing better today. Hey, Rashina Jones. You watch All American and All American Homecoming too? Dope. I did a live yesterday that was utterly ridiculous but utterly amazing. So go ahead and check out that. Go watch that replay. I think you will like it. But this one is about, this live is going to be about Sistas. And I'm on YouTube as well as Instagram right now. So don't mind me. I kind of have the cameras in the same place, so hopefully it doesn't give me too much of an issue with y'all. Where are you looking at, Erica? I'm looking at both of y'all. Okay. People coming in on the YouTubes. Cool. I haven't been on Instagram Live in forever, so this also feels a little bit foreign. Let me go ahead and start the shout outs. Y'all, let me know what y'all ranking this episode of Sistas. Episode 17 from season 5 just dropped. And I watched it, and that's what we're finna talk about. DNC Greatness, hey boo. Hey Tamika, how are you? Linda, hey. Desi, hey boo. Shout out to the members in the chat. I love y'all so much. Big Kev, I think I saw you on IG. Ziria, hello honey. Real Estate Shashi, hey boo. Real Estate Shashi says, hey love, I've been waiting on this live. Before we even get started, I recently binged Sistas again, and I'm going to lighten up on Karen. I appreciate it because somehow over the course of these last few years and watching the seasons and watching this show, I think people forgot what actually has gone down in the way of Karen and Zach's story. And it has taken me even to go back and rewatch and be well, damn, this also happened. Let's call the thing a thing and hold people accountable, because the way that people come for Karen and act like season 3 Karen is the only Karen that ever existed, and she has been completely unhinged this entire time and completely unreasonable, as if her rage and frustration and disappointment was never valid. Meanwhile, Zach spent most of season 2 doing exactly what Karen did to him in season 3, and we want to act like it didn't even exist. Oh, but we're going to talk about how there's a lack of accountability and a lack of the same conversation with Zach running amok around Atlanta looking for Karen and decided to have nothing but smoke and energy for Karen. If this was Karen that was doing this, everybody and their mama would have been on her head. And I don't hear when it comes to Zachariah. I'm just saying, I appreciate that though. Thank you for sharing that. Muchos Girl 01, hey boo, hey. Carolyn, how are you? Welcome in, everybody. Let me know what y'all rating the episode in the chat for me, pretty please. Oh, you watched my live, Rashina? Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yes, y'all. Let me know in the chat what y'all thought about the episode. Muchos Girls giving it a 4 out of 10. The show has been underwhelmingly lately. I agree. It's been kind of boring. It's giving filler episode vibes. But then we get to those last 10 minutes and it's okay, now we talking about something. DNC Greatness says, I didn't even watch as usual, but I heard Zach grabbed on her arm and yelled in her face, Aaron better stomp a mud hole in his little disrespectful pregnant woman mistreating and walk it dry. Listen, I love it. I absolutely love the words that you just strung together, because that's where we're going to go ahead and draw the line. I don't give a good goddamn how much y'all love Zatima. And actually, let me go ahead and give disclosure, because I think I'm on demon time. I think I'm in my villain era this entire season. I mean, not this entire season, the rest of this week. And y'all can go ahead and blame the All-American universe. It started off yesterday. with the live and how I didn't give notes and I was gathering everybody. So again, anybody can get it on this live, and I'm going to call a thing, and I'm going to be 100% real and honest with y'all. Like it, love it, or don't, I don't really give a damn. What we going to do is hold Zach accountable for putting his hands on Karen, because I don't give a damn how much you don't like this, or how much you think she set you up that, or how irritated you possibly are. Keep your motherfucking hands to your motherfucking self, because I'll bust you in your Be clear. And for everybody who want to talk about Aaron, and Aaron need to stay out of it, and Aaron need to mind his business, the moment that Zach jumped his goofy ass in Karen's face and then decided to put his hands on Karen, it was already over. Aaron did exactly what the hell he was supposed to do, and we appreciate you, my brother. We appreciate you. I'm seeing, not this episode gets a 0.1 from me at best. Y'all are wild. A 3 out of 10 from Andrea. Hey, boo. Kanisha. Hey. Wanda's giving it a 5. Linda's giving it a 4. Jess, I already know. I know you got some things to say, so go ahead and drop it in the chat, love. Go ahead and drop it in the chat. Just know everybody can get it tonight, y'all. Be clear. Because we be letting stuff fly. We be letting stuff go. I think that pretty privilege is so real, and so many people are captivated by how Zatima look, and we not actually having real conversations about how toxic this relationship is definitely evolving. I also don't think that Fatima is necessarily responsible for Zach's actions in this case, but just how she confronted him, I'm not necessarily a fan of. But then also how Zach responded, I am completely not a fan of, because regardless, Zachary, if you thought that Karen set you up, what is confronting her tonight going to do? What is confronting her in an angry rage going to do? What is you putting your hands on her going to do? Because in all honesty, the matter at hand is you reassuring your girl, Fatima. You provide an explanation to your girl, Fatima. Again, you reassuring your girl, Fatima. Why in the hell do we get this information and decide to run away from the person who needs our validation and explanation in that moment, only to run around the town looking for the person that you want to damn blame? Meanwhile, you need to be over here trying to figure out how your relationship going to move forward. If you know that you didn't kiss this girl, then why in the hell are we not spending our energy and our time talking to Fatima? Like, I know how bad this looks. However, this is not what it is. Are you uncomfortable with me hugging her? I did hug her. I didn't know that that was a thing that was going to be off limits for us. So if that's the case, I won't do it moving forward. This is all of the things that you could be saying and doing instead of running around Atlanta getting on everybody's good goddamn nerves and cutting up at that damn restaurant, sir. Like, what are we doing? What exactly are we doing? She set you. The whole thing is petty. And my thing is, even if she did, I don't believe that she did. And there's so many people in my comment section and my DMs getting on my good goddamn nerves, knowing how I feel about Karen, and still want to come to me with the negativity about her. I don't understand that you're a miserable host. And when I start telling all y'all go to hell and I'm going to punch your mamas, y'all going to be mad. I'm just saying. Be mindful slide into my DMs in the next 2 weeks, because I think I'm going to carry this demon time out for a while. And some of y'all might get y'all feelings hurt. Even if she did set you up, what are you going to do now as a man in your relationship? How is confronting Karen going to do anything for Fatima? But the moments when you really could have had a conversation and you could have confronted her, you could have done certain things that Fatima wanted you to do in reference to confronting Karen, you didn't do it. But now all of a sudden you want to run your ass out the house and snatch away from, like, Zachary, you're exhausting, sir. You're really exhausting, and I'm rooting for you. However, you're going through all of these things that are supposed to be really, really great character development moments. They suck, they hurt, they uncomfortable for sure. Like, I get that. It's not the things that we want to experience as humans that you're going through, and I'm gonna give you credit for that. However, these are the things that actually pull out who we actually are, help us settle into who we actually are, and define our character and repel who we're not. And instead of you growing and evolving into the man that you say that you are, you're consistently reverting back to the man that you were, and I hate that for you. Period. Let me see what y'all saying in this chat. It's a weekly reminder. I knew you was coming with it. And we're going to get on her ass today too, because I don't like how y'all placate to like Andy being a good friend to Fatima, and I'm using air quotes because all of it's real messy. Like, she's not actually a good friend to any damn body, if you want to be honest. She's an opportunistic friend at best. But like, I don't like how people placate to like, oh, she's doing right by Fatima, but then when Karen pops up, she's not keeping that same energy. And I'm not saying that she got to share information, but don't go and tell Fatima one thing and don't tell Karen it need to be don't tell neither one of these hoes nothing, if you ask me. If you want to be a really good friend and you want to maintain friendships with the both of them, you either tell both of them nothing or tell both of them everything. Pick, hoe, because what you're doing right now is playing the fence, playing the 50, and picking and choosing wrong when to share information. Andy is making every single situation worse. It also made me wonder when Karen said it, I was like, damn, she was so adamant about not going to Steam Plant or not going for dinner or drinks with Rob, and now all of a sudden she gonna go, and she knew that Aaron and Karen were going out. When Karen literally like pulls you to the side and like, you don't have no idea, you knew that Fatima had the photo. Cool, you chose not to say nothing. But the moment that Fatima called you, you tell Fatima that Zach is coming to Steam Plant? How the hell that work, Andy? Andrea Barnes, how the hell that work? Because you can't tell Karen that Fatima got a photo of them, but you can tell Fatima that Zach is coming to Steam Plant. I don't like how this information is flowing on this Andrea Barnes highway, and I'm going to keep calling it out. Like, let's just be real. Okay, sorry. It's a whole bunch of comments in the chat. Let me get to them. Ebony and Crystal are beautiful women. 100%. I never said that either one of them were not beautiful women. Just Danielle says, I noticed how Andy didn't tell Karen that yes, that's exactly what I just said. That was definitely effed up. And she low-key been on Fatima's side the entire time. I think this is because she holds it against Karen, that Karen calls her on her ish with Gary and doesn't support Gary. I agree. DNC Greatness says, all I know is Zarin bet not ever get back together after this. He had the nerve to lay his hands on her. Karen for the win, and that's Karen because, you know, y'all, Karen and Aaron's name is basically their name. It's her name. Aaron really needs to whoop him up and down that restaurant. I really did like, I don't dislike Zach's character. I don't like this part of his journey, and I hate to watch it play out. However, I get it because I've talked to y'all ad nauseum about the fact that I've dated a Zach. So I in retrospect, I understand it so much. I don't like the season that he's in. I don't like the decisions that he's making. I feel like he's not growing or pushing himself to grow and be better. Yeah, and I loved his character a lot more seasons before. I really did. So I said all that to say, I really want Aaron to whip his ass. And I don't know, I'm also in a mood where I want people's asses whooped. I feel like we're living in a day and age where people don't get their ass whooped enough anymore, and it shows. It shows. Like, sometimes you just need a 2-piece and a biscuit because you don't understand anything else. And I think Zach needs that. The way that he came into that restaurant so hot, then he want to snatch up on, like, no. He deserves it. He deserves it. I don't care. If I was Karen, I would have tased this. I think that's hilarious. And I also heard Andy lied straight to Karen's face, and I'm over it. That preview is sending me, like, doing that video, it's going to take a lot. Hey, Shari boo, how are you? Shari says, I said it once and I'll continue to say it. Andy is one of the worst people on this show. Points were made. DNC says she gonna be the one crying the loudest, making the biggest scene at the hospital, but such trash friends. And oh my gosh, like, I can't, looking at that preview and like what's about to go, like, Andy literally is making so much worse. Hey, Kenny Ford, welcome in, boo. You heated? Zach has got to grow up. Not him putting his hands on Karen while she's carrying his child. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? And then y'all want to get in my comments and come in my DMs for weeks ad nauseum and tell me how much Zachary is just so worried about his baby, and yet and still he putting his hands on Karen. How? The math ain't mathing. Kenny Ford says, Andy really got me pissed. If she was a friend, she'd be gone. Girl, you better show me some damn loyalty. Andy gotta go. This is about to be the bomb in the Sistas universe. I agree. I think that Andy's gonna have to pick a side now. And I'm fine with Karen not being Andy's friend no more. If you want to choose Fatima, because Fatima has had your back this whole entire time when you was doing some goofy that you ain't had no business doing, and Gary's damn wife was about to stump a mud hole in your ass, and Fatima showed up with her gun, then cool, girl. You got it. But guess what? It was Karen that yanked your ass out of that abusive relationship in college and has been by your side ever since. But go ahead, Fatima. Go ahead and put in your work. Go ahead and put in your work for the friendship. And go ahead, Andy, and throw this other friendship away as if it never meant nothing. Because that's who you are. It disgusts me, honestly. Perspective Plan says, so glad you would allow to discuss this episode. Me too. I wasn't going to do it, y'all. I was watching the episode and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to go live. There's nothing to talk about here. But then once Zach put his hands on Karen, I said, oh, you, okay. All right. Let's do it. Oh, I didn't even put the comments over on the other side so that y'all can see. The Real Estate Shashi says, Karen and Andy been off since Karen walked out of that surprise wedding. She feels Fatima had her back more because they're working friendship. It sucks, but Andy needs to pick a side. And honestly, I feel like Karen was being a very real friend when she walked out of that goofy ass wedding. And I would have did the same damn thing. And if you disagree, then maybe we are people who just should not be friends. Because I'm going to support my friends up until you about to walk your dumb ass off of a cliff. Because I'm not going over the cliff with your ass. I don't give a damn how much I love you. But I will be at the base of that damn cliff hoping that you only broke like a leg and then kill yourself and helping to nurse your ass back to health. But I'm not going over no cliff with you. I don't care. I'm not doing it with no woman. I'm not doing it with no man. Period. And I think we get it misconstrued when it comes to friendships and relationships. Loyalty is not blind, or I don't think that it should be, because everybody needs somebody. Like, I think about my friendships and the benefit of being able to govern my life in community. So I have people who I can reach out to when I'm overstimulated or overwhelmed or just simply not in my right damn mind, and they can make a damn decision for me. I was at Sundance doing all these celebrity interviews, running from here, there, doing all of these things. And I had a homegirl that I called and was like, hey, I'm about to go back to the Airbnb and miss this, because I'm overstimulated. This is how I'm feeling. I'm flustered, laid all of it out. Can you tell me what you think I should do next, so I don't be given into just quitter mentality and running and hiding, because I tend to do that when I get overwhelmed. What do you think would be the best plan of action for me to be able to, or what do you think I should do moving forward? Is this valid and I need to honor my feelings in this, or do I need to push through? And my friend said, well, this is what it sounds like. I understand how you feel. This is valid. Bop. This is what I think you should do. Gave me a wonderful plan that would honor my feelings in the moment, but still allow me to capitalize on the situation that I was in. And I would not have been able to come up with that on my own just because of the headspace that I'm in. So I think that it's foolish for people to think that you're going to be in family or you're going to be in friendship with people who are only going to tell your ass yes to the goofy ass shit that you want to do. Sometimes we do things that are self-sabotaging. Sometimes we do things that are going to compromise ourselves, and we need the people next to us that love us to be like, you sure you want to do that? How about you do this? And Karen is one of those. And it's going to be one of those things, Andy, that you're going to damn regret once you throw this relationship with Karen out the goddamn window, because she's one of those. And I think that Fatima could also be one of those, but because there's a really interesting power dynamic, because she's her employee, I don't think Fatima could actually be as unbridled as Karen can be. And Karen and Fatima has not experienced some of the things that Karen has experienced with Andy, which makes them have seen each other a little bit more at their rawest, there's less of like the representative that each of them are protecting. I feel like Fatima goes along to get along sometimes when it comes to Andy and the whole Gary thing and Andy and her bullshit, because she wants to be perceived as supportive when she knows that Andy is crazy and effing up her damn life. But again, if y'all want to be people who are running around here with a bunch of yes men that are helping you walk your ass straight to hell, enjoy that. That ain't me. And I can't co-sign it. Hey Cheryl. Cheryl says, hi Erica. Zach is acting like an unruly child and Andy is the worst friend ever. I also had some weird feelings about Fatima's friend. Oh, I'm already over Angela. I'm already throwing Angela's ass away. Because the way that she came at her about the picture, the way that she positioned, like all of it, it did not feel like she was actually in Fatima's corner. It felt like she's a messy, and she found some mess, and messy bitches only like to kick it with the messiness. That's what it felt like. Next season has behind the scenes of Karen and Andy, unfortunately, but maybe Karen dumping her ass for a little while will make her wake the fuck up. I think Karen needs to realize that she don't need Andy like she thinks she do. And that's something that we all probably go through at some point. After we develop certain relationships and closeness with people, we think that our lives can't go on without them, but it can. You need Jesus in your good mind. Everybody else's fluff and fill and support, yes, we all need community, but our lives are, or our best interests, or our betterment in reference to like a happily ever after for us is never tied to somebody else. It can be enhanced, they can help you achieve it, but like your blessing is never tied to anybody who leaves. So Karen, you don't need Andy's ass. If anything, your life is getting more compromised by her. Just Danielle says it was Karen who was there when Gary crushed her ribs. Q whooped that trick real quick. Andy needs a 2-piece of the biscuit inside of fries across the face. Where's Keely Williams? I cannot. Y'all so shady. Karen been riding for Andy for decades. Period. Lisa Carmichael says next week's episode looks good. I'm annoyed. It does look good, but I'm stressed because it's a bunch of drama. And we could not have a moment, like we could not have the peace and tranquility when it comes to Zach and Karen for like a hot second before this bullshit pops off. Let me see if I can patch this person in who's trying to call in. Hold on one second, y'all. Keep dropping your thoughts from the episode. Pretty please. Oh, let me send this to myself. Because it seems like some of y'all got some things to say, so we're going to let y'all call in today. Okay. All right. So you want to share your thoughts on the episode or
Yes, I do.
part of my rant? Which one is it? What are you about to address, honey?
Zach.
Okay.
And Karen and Andy.
Okay.
Andy is not a good friend.
Okay.
I would consider her. Mm-mm.
And why you feel that way?
Because it's just like the friendship is one-sided.
I agree. 100%.
She should have told Karen about the picture.
Yep.
And I felt like Sabrina used Bio tonight just to get some money out of him.
Oh, for sure.
And then you kick him out when he told you no.
Did you expect anything else?
Not really.
Interesting, that boy.
And not trying to be funny, Sabrina act like a little dumb blonde.
She's so helpless all the time. It's a little annoying at times.
But my thing is with her, the same way she's going out for Maurice, with Maurice, do the same thing for her. That's what I'm looking at. You know how she's trying to get the money up to get him out?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what he do the same thing for her.
Ooh. I don't think he would.
I don't either. That's what I was looking at too.
Yeah, I don't think Maurice would give her the same energy.
And I hope he don't sign the papers.
Oh,
that's what it
he's
like.
definitely going to. After this episode, I'm like, oh, this is it. He's supposedly cracking up in this jail. Now this is going to be his setup for like, I had no choice. We didn't have the money, so I had to lie and say this, and now it's going to cause additional problems. That's exactly what I feel like Tyler Perry was telling us in this episode.
And I hope Danny don't be crazy enough to invite Q to her house.
Danny is just so, right now, her character is not even in line with what we have been told her character is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very weird to me in reference to, like, I don't know what she's going to do next. I would think that she wouldn't bring Q over, but I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't, because she's being so sporadic. And even the conversation that we watched with her and Preston this episode, I was just like, y'all are skipping over so much. Like, y'all are having this conversation, but there were like 6 other conversations that probably need to happen before we got to this point that never happened. So I'm just not understanding. I mean, I understand why we are like at an impasse and y'all don't know what to do next, but I also don't understand how y'all jump to this very severe, like, oh, we need to get married. Why won't you marry me? Like, how did y'all even get here when y'all don't have a solid relationship?
Right. Danny is not in a situation to get married.
Yeah. Neither is Preston. If you out here giving ultimatums and then talking about, oh, well, I'm just going to go marry old girl from back at home, and, oh, well, what am I supposed to do? I'm not just going to stay single forever. Sir, this sounds exactly like you shouldn't be getting married. And honestly, I have to, like, fight so hard not to be triggered because I'm so annoyed by the idea that men move through life with certain things that need to happen for them at a certain time, and then they just going to do it. And basically, they marrying whoever's standing next to them in the moment that they feel like they're supposed to get married. It's like, y'all are stupid. Or at least if you...
Basically.
But what are your thoughts on that?
But back to Karen, I don't think Karen had anything to do with that picture.
I don't either. But, you know, people chalk it up to the fact that I love Karen, so.
Have you noticed Angela only come around when it's a mess?
Oh, yeah. That's why I'm done with her.
And Fatima needs to open up her eyes to see that. And I was trying to figure out, if the friend don't know Fatima, how did she know of Zach? Angela had to been discussing Zach and Fatima to this friend.
How do we not know anything? Like, at this point, Zach is running amok through Atlanta, and you're not even going to tell who gave you the picture, but you're going to sit here and wait for Zach to come back with Fatima. Like, girl, what are we talking about? but you can reassure her the girl who gave you this picture wouldn't do that. You can like it's not what you think. She don't know Karen. Like, who is it?
Exactly. How does she know about Karen's shop?
It's a mess.
Angela's messy.
Completely.
She's in the same predicament as Belinda.
Yes. Birds of a feather, honey. It's time for you to clean house, baby.
And then every time something go on, oh, do you want me to come to the house? It's just like you want to see drama.
Exactly.
You want to see it. That's why I don't have friends.
Oh, but
female friends I just can't do.
When I tell you, I'm so grateful to my friend group because, my God, there are ones out there. Keep looking, keep putting yourself out there, being your most authentic self, and you will attract others. Because, yes, there is piss and shit in the dating pool and in the friend pool, but there are some really great ones as well. So,
I can only consider 2 people my friend that I can call my friend.
Sometimes I thought.
You get tired of drama.
Period. Thank you for sharing with me your thoughts on the episode, love. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Have a great day. This live life now. All right. DNC says she probably would not even be alive had Karen and the girl snot off her abusive ex. Ooh. Yes, the hints are too obvious that they sent that man up yonder. They always said he wouldn't stop. And that's how you know people are some real friends. But Andy seemingly, I guess, forgot. Like, maybe she forgot. Kenny Ford says, I need Aaron to fling Zach across the table about 5 more times. I love it. So for Andy to do Karen like this for a woman she met weeks ago is foul, and I know she's going to regret it either sooner or later, and I will not feel bad for her. I don't feel bad for her either. Real Estate Shashi says, honestly, my favorite friends are the ones who hold me accountable even when it's uncomfortable. As a friend, I do the same. I can't have my friends do no goofy, low vibrational mess. And it's one thing, like, nobody wants somebody standing over them, right, and like, girl, don't do that every single time you do something. Like, you have to be a very emotionally intelligent and just flat out intelligent friend in reference to sometimes we all gonna do some goofy and sometimes my friends just need to ride with me doing some goofy but not the most goofiest of goofiest dumb shit. Like, let's be clear. And I think that Karen is one of those friends, and Andy can't stand it. She don't like being held accountable, which is why she has shied away from Karen from what we've seen since the inception of this show. And it's so annoying because it's just like at every turn, girl, you're picking things that are not actually good for you. How does it feel? Kenny Ford says Fatima is new to Zach and Andy. Karen has been putting up with that ish for years. Give it time. She'll be fed up with them too. Not her so-called best friend ditching her for Fatima too. Well, DNC Greatest says the fact that Zach was even standing once he and Aaron were separated is a crime. Had I been there to grabbed on and yelled at Karen like that, he would have been unconscious. Real talk. Yeah, Cheryl Ford says I love Zach, but he was so wrong. A good ass whooping might do him some real good and bring him to his senses. It might. I didn't like how easily he was able to go to a place to just blame Karen. Like, Fatima's mad at me. It's Karen's fault. Now I gotta go get her. Like, sir, what are we doing? Hey, Eddie, welcome in. Eddie said I would love to see more Fatima and Zach the rest of the show. I will give it a 3 tonight. That's what they have their show for. I don't actually need a whole bunch of Zach and Fatima on Sistas. It's causing too much stress for my good sis, and she's just trying to go ahead and relish in her pregnancy and bring this baby into this world healthily. So yeah, no. Justin Yo says Danny annoys me. I want her to communicate like an adult. She clearly wants to be with Preston, just not married to him. Why won't he say it? Why won't he say that he just wants to be with her? Is dumb. I mean, he's really talking about, what am I supposed to be, single for the rest of my life, which to me speaks to the men who are like checking boxes off in their life and they feel like they need to be married by 35 or 30 or whatever. And he feels very much so like he's just grabbing whoever's next to him, which is not fucking romantic and don't make nobody want to be with your ass. But okay, I understand why Danny isn't communicating with Preston in this way, because I would have been completely turned off when you told me you was gonna marry another hoe because I wouldn't marry you. It would have been it for him there. Like, there would have actually been no more conversation whether I still wanted to, like, I still was feeling him or not. That would have turned me completely off, and I would have never told you nothing truthful again. Like, or not even nothing truthful. I'm not gonna sit there and lie to you. You just wouldn't have got nothing else out of me. I would have completely shut down. But I'm a shut down type of person. I think part of it is Danny's pride in that she's not going to tell him that she wants to be with him. She just can't marry him. And like, why can't like offer up other solutions? Because part of that would feel like begging. He's trying to get her to do this other thing. And he's basically giving her multiple ultimatums of like, let's do this. Let's do this. I don't understand why we can't do this. And had he offered up other solutions of like, okay, well, like, let's at least give this a whole go in reference to our relationship. Can we just be together and be committed to one another? He didn't even offer that up. I can understand why she's not going to offer that up. To me, that should be in his court. Like, that ball should be in his court because he's the one who's already made this awkward. I feel like Preston was in a prime position and was more the victim in the relationship up until he did that damn ultimatum about marriage. After that, I don't have no sympathy for him because that was super emotionally manipulative and completely out of line. Hey, Shanoa, thank you, boo. Hey, Mimi Loves Peace, how are you? Angela is messy and be that and lives for drama. She does. She don't have nothing else going on. And clearly her boo wants Zach, so maybe she got a vendetta against Zach on the low as well. It's given he cares about Fatima and his money more than his impending child. It's given Zach cares more about his damn ego than Fatima in this moment, because the way that he ran out of there when Fatima's like, we not done talking, and he just so hell bent on going to go seek revenge on Karen and get answers or or confront her. It's just like, sir, that's what you want to do right now? Okay, she ain't going nowhere. She on the damn business. She's not about to skip town. This is not an emergency. Tamika says the entire episode was given childish with no growth at all. Period. Is it Raja? Yeah? I'm sorry if I mispronounced it, honey. What do you think of Andy and Robin in this episode? They're really cute to me. Andy is cute. She's gonna forever be cute. She's a fashion girl. She gives. Robin is cute too. So two cute people get together, they're gonna be cute. But I don't see it for Andy, and I don't want Andy to know peace, and I also don't wish her damn well. So it's gonna be very hard for me to give you anything in reference to Andy. Because even with the whole Robin thing, why are you jumping over why are you making him jump over all of these damn obstacles, girl? And I was watching the episode, and before she got her ass to that damn restaurant and started set tripping on Karen, I was like, okay, maybe she's like 10 toes down with Robin and creating these boundaries just because of the work part of it. And it's one thing to make her look stupid in her real life, and it's another thing to make her look stupid in her career. And Robin made her feel stupid within her career, which is why she's maintaining these work boundaries. And I was like, okay, maybe I can understand it, because I felt like she's been very lopsided in establishing boundaries, and I couldn't understand why she had this big issue with Robin, but Gary has been able to disrespect her up and down damn Atlanta. So I felt like while watching, like, okay, maybe it's really about the whole work aspect of it, and this is within her career, and that's where she draw the damn line. But no, Andy's just simple. That's it, that's all. We can't make no excuses for it. She's just simple as Mimi Loves Peace says, baby, I'm mad at everybody on this show. Except for Kern. My good says still shining. Still sitting. Angie says Hayden is behind all of this. As always, he'll bring it to Fatima. I don't know about that. We can blame Hayden for quite a bit, but I don't know about all of this. Just Danielle says, I agree with you on the Danny commentary. I'm just tired of her bringing in strays. I did feel like it was also inappropriate for Andy to like, don't bring home no strays to her, as if that wasn't freaking traumatic enough. Like, that's the prime example of like your friend not holding you accountable in an actual appropriate way. Because it's one thing to be like, all right, let's reconsider you running amok in these streets and bringing these men home, and it's another for you to just cavalierly keep mentioning this as if it's not one of the most traumatic things that's ever happened to me in my life, and I'm not sitting alone at my damn house right now, already probably drunk and high as fuck, and now I have to be embarrassed over this phone by my friend who can't stop throwing this shit in my face as if it was nothing. Justin also says, I feel like they ruined Preston's character on purpose because the actress doesn't, the relationship, I don't know, is something. Maybe. Mimi Love, she says, it's giving Zach about to catch them hands from Aaron for being out of pocket, period. Just Danielle says, I need a Robin. Can I have one, please? Please? I'm saying. Me too. I'm lying. I want a Damon, y'all. Like one that's like what he looks like when he comes out of college, because clearly I'm older than that. But Damon seems shy. Chanel says, yeah, period. They cute. I know exactly what we are talking about. I cannot. Kenny Ford says, Aaron handled that confrontation so well. He spoke up at the right times and threw Zach when he crossed the line. We love Aaron. We love Aaron. We stand. Like, now the freaking fight makes so much sense. I'm all for it. I'm all for Aaron getting with Zach's ass when he crossed the damn line, because best believe if they was at that restaurant and Ian walked up and did exactly what Zach did to Karen to Fatima, Zach would have been in jail by now by what he did to Ian in retaliation, which is also wild to me. Like, if it's for nothing else, if you're not going to grow for any of the other shit, Zach, then at least realize when you perpetrating the same that you don't like. Realize when you being a hypocrite. Hayden has a person following Zach every move, and he'll tell Fatima. I agree, but I don't think that Hayden is the mastermind behind all of the Zach, Karen, Fatima, Aaron drama. That's all I'm saying. Andy might be smart in business, but dumb as hell when it comes to men. Always has been, according to her friends, says Cheryl. I don't even know if Andy is smart in business, so there's that. Oh yeah, Peyton is older in real life, but I'm just saying from the character that he portrays. And I ain't even know nothing about no Peyton Alex Smith. Y'all was already on him. Now I'm aware. Kenny Ford says, why are these sisters dependent on Andy in these few episodes? Like, sis has nothing to offer. Nothing to offer. She's still got Gary in rotation. Homegirl clearly in shambles. Clearly in shambles, but going to keep a cute fit on. That's it. That's all. Like, that's all I expect from Andy moving forward. I just also want her to get the hell out of Karen's way. I want Karen to stop revealing things to her, stop talking to her, stop trusting her, because she do not have your best interest at heart. And that's it. That's all. Good luck with y'all's friendship, Fatima. The same way that Karen gonna walk away from Zach in reference to good luck with your struggle with Zachary, good luck with your struggle with Andy, because she's an opportunist ass friend. Angie says Zach is off balance with his mess. Fatima can stop Zach in his tracks every other time, so why not now? Very, very valid question. Thank you, Jess. I appreciate it. Yeah. So I feel like I really just got on here, y'all, because I wanted to talk about Zachary and his foolishness. The episode itself was very much so giving filler. Maurice is probably going to try to lie and say that Sabrina did it so he can go ahead and get out. I need Danny to know that Q is who Q is before she sleep with his ass. Calvin and Sabrina get back together. Bio, thank you for your services. You can't give us $1.5 million, then goodbye, sir, and good luck. Yeah. And Zach, why the hell y'all now the whole restaurant up just like y'all broke up her damn TV and that bonsai tree. She can't even take her fish to go. She's trying to have a nice meal. But you know what? I'm not even that mad because Aaron, that's exactly the energy that you needed to retaliate with, sir. 100%. We appreciate you, King. Y'all got any other thoughts? Hey, Vaughn. Welcome in, boo. Vaughn says, girl, hun, see, this episode was only worth watching for the last 10 minutes. Really, Zach? Exactly. Exactly. No pun intended. Exactly. Any other thoughts y'all have? Because if not, I'm going to hop off here and go and start working on my breakdown videos, child. But Zach really need to go to the Lord after this. Because this is wild. This is like, even if she did set you up, this is a perfect time. As I started this video off and I said, this is a perfect time for you to reassure your partner who brought this to you. Tell them, I did not kiss her, but I did hug her. Was that okay? Are you not comfortable with that? If you're not comfortable with that, I will not do that moving forward. And I still have eyes for you, and I'm only focused on you. I thought that we had got to a great place. However, if this is what this is going to become, then I will definitely pull back. She's going to sign the papers. That's it. That's all. But you know why he couldn't say all that? Because it's still more for Zach in this. Zach is still grappling with his feelings about Karen. But that's the conversation that nobody want to have. Just AO says Zach needs his ass whooped. Aaron needs to give him the Will Smith. Keep Karen's name out your motherfucking mouth. Yes. Period. I love it. DNC says if Maurice lies on Sabrina, Aaron needs to go ahead and beat his ass. All right, now Aaron can't be the resident ass beater now. Him and Zach can be hospital buddies. Do it for Karen, Pastor. Brina is her friend, her only true friend besides Pam, who's trying. Points were made, baby. Now Aaron gonna baptize some bumps and bruises on Zachary. Y'all are hilarious. Mimi Loves Peace says it. The fact that everyone jumped into conclusions, Andy straight up lied, but didn't want to break Fatima's confidence, but put Karen's feelings aside. I would stay out of it. It's too much. Child. That's real. Hey, Tony. Shonda says, hello, I think Belinda is the source and Angela didn't tell Fatima because she would know it was BS. If Belinda was in Karen's salon and there was no hint of it and Zach didn't know it, then I'm blaming Tyler Perry and all the production because there's no way that would possibly happen. Now, if Belinda's friend is there and sent the picture to Belinda and Belinda sent it to Angela, I could totally see it. But if Belinda's being was in that salon and we know that she had befriended Karen and Zach don't with her after all of that, there's no way that he would have walked in and looked around. Like, Zach is always scoping out the salon when he comes in there. There's no way that he would not have seen her goofy ass sitting there and addressed it. So while it would make sense in reference to story-wise, in reference to vindictiveness and the setup part of it being Belinda, logistically, that doesn't make sense to me. But I hear you. Zach and Karen still love each other. I agree, Angie. However, I think that Karen is in a really great place where she's moving past it. And I think Zach might also start to struggle with the fact that she's finally moving past it. But this is what you wanted, Zachary. You wanted her to move on, supposedly. You wanted her to let you go, supposedly. And yet you still can't respect the man that's like stepping in and helping her do that. Makes no sense. Mimi Loves Peace says Sabrina should use Danny to get the confession. If Danny brings that straight home, might as well take one for the team and free Maurice. That is a great idea. That's what they need to be sitting up here talking about. Come on, Danny need to figure out that who Q is, and Sabrina reveal that so we can go ahead and get that plan working. That's brilliant. You know, since Logan taking dumbass testimony after dumbass testimony to build a bullshit ass case, I gotta stop cussing so much. None of this stuff is gonna be monetized. Angie says, going back, do you think Fatima broke girl code after she found out about Belinda and Zach? Fatima broke girl code? How? I'm confused. Honestly, I really would like to know. And I could answer once I have a little bit more clarity. Just Danielle said the credit card thing never made sense, so there is no telling about Picturegate. That's real. That is very, very real. They just kind of like wrote that off, and she just somehow knew that it wasn't Zach, even though it was Zach's name that was signed to it, and the bank was very sure that it was Zach, and then all of a sudden it wasn't. We never got full clarity. That is very, very true. Y'all be on it. DNC says Zach does still have feelings for Karen, but that's going to be a him problem once Karen moved on and is happily in love with Pastor Carter. And when he pays his ass to the striping ass dust, and Zach can keep his fake tears. Keep them. Kenny Ford says Zach's whole response shows that he's still entangled with Karen. Talk to Fatima. Don't put hands on Karen. And the fact that in the preview, Andy's telling Fatima, don't let Karen get in the way of y'all's relationship. Meanwhile, they all just saw Zach put his hands on this girl. Like, I promise y'all Karen ain't the big bad villain that y'all want to make her out to be. I get it, black women are bomb and strong, and especially strong-willed, independent ones like Karen. But what you're not going to do is try to make it seem like they're just the scum. The like most powerful, like she's not Thanos. She's a woman with feelings, emotions, experiences, and y'all are like not too much. She's not the cause for everything. She is not y'all's actual fucking villain. Relax. Zach does not want Karen to move on. Tell the truth, shame the devil. Okay. Mimi Loves Peace says Fatima didn't want to talk. He told her twice before he jumped to conclusions. Karen did it. I think that she did want to talk. He didn't have to run out. DNC says Karen still loves Zach, but the being in love with him is done, and he's gonna lose it as if it wasn't what he begged for. Gonna play victim once she marries and has Aaron's beautiful babies. We hate to see it. That's what's exactly going to happen, though. Oh, because Belinda had him first and still wanted him, and she told Fatima it's just not his name. No, I don't think she broke girl code to that. Because one, how she had no idea. I also don't actually subscribe to what people traditionally talk about as girl code and this and that. Because I feel like these are a lot of like really restrictive societal parameters that don't account for the nuances of fucking life. So I'm not really gonna be like, well, you broke girl. Like, you will rarely hear me saying that. But in this case, I don't feel like she was wrong to Belinda, because one, this wasn't this was a hit and quit type of thing. Belinda caught feelings, he did not. They were not in a relationship. Fatima had no idea who this person was, and Fatima had developed real feelings and a real relationship with this person prior to her ever even discovering that. And if you want to take it to its core, Belinda, when it all came out, attempted to go with it versus saying, I am not comfortable with you dating him because I still want him. That would, to me, put them in a place to have that kind of like conversation. But no, I don't think that Fatima broke girl code at all. Shauna says, I hope that Fatima is not okay with Zach putting hands on her. I don't know, because the way that preview is looking, she's way concerned about other things. and it's villainizing Karen. And I'm just like, this girl was trying to figure out if she wanted the fish or the steak, and he coming here like a bull in a china shop, and y'all want to be looking at Karen still. Y'all have been begging for Karen to move on and get a life and stop being bitter and this and that. Now she's finally doing that, and this boy is wreaking havoc upon her life, and nobody is saying boo about it in his direction. Wild. Wild to me. I could only imagine what Twitter looks like tonight. Andy really pissed me off in that preview for real. I need a Karen and Andy breakup next week because I'm over Andy's fake friendship. Period, Kenny. Period. When Tay talk, Zach put his hands on Karen. Long story short. All behind this picture that Fatima threw in his face. He came to the restaurant, put his hands on Karen, and then Aaron had to get with his ass because he crossed the line. And that's where it ends. Well, clearly we all on this live are in agreements and in accordance with one another. We're going to see what actually transpires next week. Remember he threw them keys and hit her with it? I remember. I remember. Zachary deserves everything that's coming to him. And that's what I'm going to say, and I'm going to leave it at that. Thank y'all so much for joining me on live, both on IG as well as YouTube. I appreciate y'all so very much. Be sure to give this video a like. If you're watching this on the replay, still drop your thoughts about the episode, and stay tuned for my episode 17 breakdown as well as my episode 18 preview. Also, the Zatima season 2 trailer dropped today, so I will be coming with a video about that, breaking that down. I'm going to do a live reactions to it as well as a breakdown for it. Y'all know I got y'all. Yes, I'm still doing a review for this episode. I got y'all when it comes to the Sistas and Zatima content. I appreciate all y'all love and support. Drop a comment, give a like, and I will see you in the next one. Good night.